To Z with Mark Zinno, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta, and it starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to A to Z here on Locked On Sports Atlanta, where today I tell you, maybe it will be all right. Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you are having a glorious Monday. Thank you so much for making A to Z and Locked On Sports Atlanta part of your everyday listen. A lot to get to here on the show. We have some Atlanta Falcons news to get to. Plus, I want to break down the Kentucky Derby and looking forward to some of the NFL's rookie player props coming up before the end of the show. Again, follow us on Twitter at LockedOnATL. Of course, I'm at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Send me some feedback. Tell me what you love about the show, what you hate about the show. Just want to interact with you guys and make sure you keep subscribing to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up, likes and subscribes all over the place. We certainly appreciate all the love and support out there for Locked On Sports Atlanta and A to Z. All right. I sat here on Friday, and I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Did I not call Ronald Acuña's first home run on Friday? Said it was going to happen. Said it was the 74 unis. Called it. Exactly happened. I'm not going to get any credit for it, but that's okay. I'm here to rub it in everybody's face that's listening and watching to this show. So, yeah, there we go. I kid, but in all seriousness, it's great to see Ronald Acuña back. It's great to see him starting to generate some offense. It's great to see that when he is right and hitting the ball, how much different this team looks. You know, and even though they lost the game on Friday night, what I thought was so impressive about the series, and by the way, Acuña homers again on Saturday and the Braves win, and Max Fried pitches a gem, and then the bats roll on Sunday. Charlie Morton looked like the Charlie Morton we thought he was going to be, and they get a series win over the Brewers. And, you know, this was something that I looked at and I said, you know, this stretch of games that they had coming up, you know, was super important to them, how they could get above 500 if they had taken 2 of 3 from Milwaukee, they sweep Boston in 2 and take 2 of 3 from San Diego. You know, this is a stretch here where they can get above 500 and start to feel good about themselves again. But all of this, too, more importantly, again, goes back to Ronald Acuña and what he feels like. Because when he is right and he is going along well, everything is going along well for the Braves. He is just the spark plug of the engine. He's the locomotive that pulls the train. Whatever analogy you want to use, whatever cliche you want to use, Ronald Acuña is everything to this team. And when he is right, everybody else is better for it. He's a great table setter at the top of the lineup. Matt Olson's going to benefit from it, as will Ozuna and Riley and everybody else. So it was great to see them start to look like the old Braves, like they did last year, and the lineup like they did last year. It was great to see Charlie Morton look like himself. Reassuring to see Max Fried put together a good start. Now, here's the rub, right? You're going to get a day off today on Monday, and you're going to start a quick 2-game series with Boston right here at Truist. You kind of have to sweep this short 2-game series against Boston, and I'll tell you why. Because Boston is not a good offensive baseball team. Like, this is not a team right now that you should struggle with. They are 28th in the league in runs scored per game. They have lost 5 in a row. They just got swept by the Chicago White Sox in a series where they scored a combined 5 runs. This is not the time to let the Red Sox come back to life, right? It's just not. This is a series that they have got to just step on the throats of the Red Sox, get an early lead, and go out there and just win 2 quick games against a team that is very mediocre, right? And you get your best starter to this point in the year in Kyle Wright going in the first game, and then the Ian Anderson thing is, you know, really perplexing to me because he was so good at home last year, and so much worse on the road. And this year it's been flipped. His 2 starts at home, he's been terrible, and on the road, he's been really solid. So we need a good start from both of these guys, and then you get back to Fried and Morton in the series against San Diego. And you get 2 off days this week on Monday and on Thursday. This is a prime spot right here for them to get right. You know, they're currently 2 games below 500. They can get to 500 and sweep the Boston Red Sox in a 2-game series. And then you just got to take 2 out of 3 against San Diego. And guess what? You're back out on the road again, and you're above 500. So this sets up exactly the way I said it was going to by taking 2 out of 3 from Milwaukee. It was really, really important that they did. And I feel good about where they are. The starting pitching starting to come around. Yes, there are some questions in the bullpen about Tyler Matzik, and they'll have time to get that worked out. And the good thing here is that, if you're scoring runs and you have big leads, guys like Tyler Matzik can get right because they can come in games in very low leverage situations, not high leverage situations, where you have to get outs and you have to be perfect and you have to, make perfect pitches against really good hitters to help your team win ball games. So the Braves for the first series this year looked like the team that we thought they were going to be all year long. Can they carry it over? Can they move it forward into the next series? That is something that you're really going to have to look at with this team. That's something that you're really going to have to wonder if they are at that point where they're just starting to take that next step forward. Is it all on Acuña? Yes and no. I mean, he will make things a lot easier when he's going good. Trust me. Runs will come in bunches when he is going good. And it's so important for them to get to that spot where runs come in bunches for this team. They're getting to a point now where, you're starting to look at their run differential as a measure of where the teams are, who is playing good baseball and who isn't. And the Braves, finally, their run differential down to -3, and they're 6 games out from behind the Mets. They get to 16-16 and pick up another game. All the panic that you guys had a week or two ago will be out the window. And Dave O'Brien, who respect the hell out of, he's one of the best beat writers in the country and has covered this team forever, sent out a tweet over the weekend talking about how when they were 12-16, when they had lost the first game of the series to the Brewers, he noted that last year they were the exact same record after 28 games at 12-16. The big difference was they were 7.5 games behind the Mets this year and 2.5 games out of first place last year. And that's, again, that's the panic button being pushed. Relax. The Mets are not going to continue to play 700 baseball. They're not going to continue to play 666 baseball where they are right now. They'll come back to earth a little bit. Just got to chip away about it. You can't worry about games behind right now in the second week of May. It's ludicrous, guys. You can't put yourself in that mindset. You're putting the mindset right now, just get me to 500. We'll worry about the other stuff later. Get to 500 right now and get yourself some distance over 500. Start winning more series than you're losing, and things are going to start to self-correct. And that's really where you have to focus and where this team should be. So good to see. Day off today. Go take 2 from the Red Sox on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then focus on the Padres coming in here over the weekend. All right, coming up next, turn our attention to the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm curious as to rookie minicamp starting this week, who are the players we're going to look at, and what kind of team do they want to be? I think we'll see a lot of signs coming up. I'll discuss that next right here on A to Z on Locked On Sports Atlanta, free on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you search Locked On Sports Atlanta. We'll be right back.